Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to everyone who are watching this video presentation about this is a form of continuation about Philippine criminal justice system. So we are now in the midst of prosecution pillar. So what are those agencies involving prosecutorial tasks? So, sino-sino naman yung mga agency na humahawak sa prosecutor, trabaho ng mga prosecutor? So the National Prosecution Service, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na NPS, Office of the Ombudsman, sila din, Judge Advocate General's Office. So ito yung mga opisina na agency na matatagpuan kung saan sila humahawak sa prosecutorial task. So, di ba, ang pinakapangunahing gagawin nila during preliminary investigation is to come up or determine the probable cause, kung mayroon bang ground na dapat ang taong yan ay ma-held subject for a court proceeding. So kapag wala, so magiging dismiss ang kaso. The prosecutor pillar is made up mainly the state prosecutors in the national, so itong composition, national, regional, city or provincial level, and the national. Prosecution service under Department of Justice. Okay, sila ay under sa Department of Justice. Its main functions are the following. So ito yung kanilang mga function. Number 1, conduct inquest procedure. So yung mga nahuli na on the commission of the crime, actual commission of the crime, so magkakonduct sila ng inquest procedures. Letter B, determine probable cause through preliminary investigation. This is always what I always said, na nagkakandak ng preliminary investigation to determine probable cause kung ang taong yan ba ay dapat na held subject for court proceedings. Issue subpoena. So, if ever meron tayong subpoena justice tecum, subpoena ad testacandum, kung saan isasubpoena halimbawa ang tao na mag-appear sa korte dahil para sa kanyang testimony, o isasubpoena ang pagmamayari o written pagmamayari o video, let us say video, recording, document ng isang tao para maging mag-testify to become an evidence to a certain case. So, yun yung mga halimbawa. So, letter D is administers oath. Of course, so, kung baka mamaya, merong mga falsifications o kaya ano pa man dyan, so, kinakailangan natin ng oath. Recommends the dismissal and or filing of criminal cases. If ever, nasabi ko sa inyo na mayroon sila makita na probable ground cause, so, it's either dismissal ang kaso or mag-file ng criminal charges sa isang offender. Prosecute criminals, ibig sabihin, they are going to prosecute, ibig sabihin, iakyat sa korte and represent the state in all criminal proceedings. So, pwede sila maging in representation for us being the prosecutor of the state. So, sila ang mahahalili bilang state, bilang representative ng ating criminal proceedings. So, prosecution, it occupies the second pillar of the criminal justice system. Always remember, it has the burden of proving. So, ang kanilang trabaho is proving the guilt of the accused in a formal criminal proceedings. So, kinakailangan nilang tiyakin na magiging mapaprove nila ang guilt ng isang accused, ng offender, sa isang formal criminal proceedings. By proving, kinakailangan natin ng evidences, di ba? So, what do you mean by preliminary investigation? Ulit-ulit. It is an inquiry or proceedings for the purpose of determining whether there is a sufficient ground. When we say sufficient ground, it is synonymous with the word probable cause to engender a well-founded belief that a crime cognizable by the regional trial court, or let us say, di ba sa isang opisina, nasabi natin, the trial has been committed and the respondents probably guilty hereof. So, hindi po pwede na hindi jurisdiction ng isang korte tapos siya yung mahahawak dun sa kaso. Hindi. So, kung saan nangyari, so kung jurisdiction yan ng isang regional trial court o ng isang korte, so sila ang hawak. What are the purposes of criminal investigation? Number 1 is to protect the innocent against hasty, oppressive, and malicious prosecution. Titiyakin natin na hindi basta-basta uh, ini-held liable ang isang tao na hindi naman dapat, o kaya yung karapatang pantao niya, o kaya sinabi lang natin na para idiin siya, which is in fact na hindi naman siya gumawa. So yun yung pagka-inosente ng tao. So kinakailangan natin tiyakin na walang malalabag na karapatang pantao. Number 2, to secure the innocent from open and public accusation of trial. To secure natin na baka mamaya from trouble, expense, and anxiety pa public trial, di ba? So baka mamaya kung saan-saan lang siya dadalhin na korte, o kaya katulad halimbawa ng RTIA, yung si Tulpo. So wag naman. To protect the state from useless and expensive trials, di ba? Nakakapagod din naman kasi na nakakagastos ang Pilipinas ng pera, tapos yung tao, lahat-lahat. So kinakailangan iwasan yan. Para hindi na humantong sa ganun, so mag-conduct tayo ng maayos at masusing criminal investigation. What are the procedures of preliminary investigation? So, ano ang procedure? Number 1, always remember this one dahil napakalapit ito sa board exam, rather. So, number 1 is filing of cert complaint affidavit together with supporting documents. So, tama nga yung sabi ko kanina na complaint is manggagaling yan sa biktima o kaya sa authority. So, ang information ay manggagaling sa pipirmahan niya ng prosecution. So, mag-file tayo ng complaint, affidavit, pinirmahan ng biktima o ng authorities. So, with supporting documents, of course. No ground to continue with the inquiry, dismissal of the complaint, with ground to continue with inquiry sa respondent. So, walang ground na ganyan. So, kinakailangan natin ng inquiry dismissal of the complaint. So, submission by the respondent of sworn counter affidavit. So, magka-counter affidavit yung ating respondent. Ang ibig sabihin dyan ng respondent ay yung ating sinasakdal sa batas o yung sinasabi nating offenders. Within 10 days from the receipt of subpoena. Remember, na 10 days kapag lumabas ang subpoena, I think 3 times yan bibigay. So, 10 days, within 3 days, 10 days, so kailangan na mag-appear. Investigating officer may set a hearing to profound clarificatory questions. So, nag-investiga na officer is pwede siya mag-set ng hearing para sa mag-clarify ng mga questions. Thereafter, the investigating officer issue the resolution within 10 days to the provincial city prosecutor, chief state prosecutor. So, 10 days ang kanyang magka-come up ng resolution. So, number 6, city provincial prosecutor, chief state prosecutor acts on the recommendation within 5 days. Pagkatapos ng recommendation na yan, so, pagkatapos ng resolution na yan, magka-come up sila ng recommendation galing sa city or sa chief state prosecutor sa loob ng 5 days. So, what are the officer authorized to conduct? Who are the officers or officer authorized to conduct preliminary investigation? So, sino ito? Para alam natin kung sino magkakandak ng preliminary investigation in the prosecution level and prosecution pillar. Baka wala na dyan ang pulis, ha? Pero merong mga exception. Number 1, judges of the municipal trial court. Remember, judges of the municipal circuit trial court, national, regional, state prosecutors, provincial, and city prosecutor, such other officers that may be authorized by law. Pwede ang police so long as inauthorize sila ng batas. So, if ever the board examination came up with a question, for example, the following officers or officer are authorized to conduct preliminary investigations except, so kapag halimbawa wala dyan sa nasabi, so yun ang sagot. So, what do you mean by inquest procedures? An inquest procedure is an inquiry made by the prosecutor to determine the legality of the arrest made, especially those arrests made without warrant. Diba? Sabi ko sa inyo, yung tao na nahuli during the commission of a crime, walang warrant of arrest, ibig sabihin, diretso siyang inquest. So, titingnan dyan ng prosecutor kung mayroon bang legality ng pagkahuli sa kanya. Di ba? Baka mamaya, di ba? Mamaya, walang legality, hinuli lang siya, wala namang krimen na nangyari, o kaya naman, mayroong mga violation doon sa paghuli sa kanya. So, titingnan natin yan. Prosecutorial discretion, discretion to ng prosecutor is the prudent use of judgment. Ibig sabihin, maayos, masusing pagbibigay ng judgment. Ibig sabihin, yung kanyang pananaw, pag-iisip, exercised by the investigating fiscal or prosecutor in determining maayos yung kanyang pagbibigay ng decision, determining the existence of probable cause during preliminary investigation. So, siyempre, hindi ka naman siya magka-come up ng magsasabi na may probable ground, probable cause sa loob ng preliminary investigation kung walang mga evidences na sinumite, tiningnan, halimbawa, mga na-come up na information na magdidiin o magpapalaya sa isang accused. Okay. Complaint, what do you mean by complaint? Complaint is a stern statement. I think I have already read this one to you. So, alam naman natin to. Ang kaibahan ng complaint sa information. Ang complaint ay subscribed by the offended party or any peace officer or other public official. Nakuha. Information is person with an offense subscribe. Ang nag-subscribe niyan ay ang prosecutor bago i-file sa korte. Nakita niyo ang kaibahan. Halimbawa, si Mr. Juan, hinuli natin. Diba? Halimbawa, naging pulis kayo, inshallah, hinuli niyo si Mr. Juan. Magpa-file kayo ng complaint against him na ang lalagda ay ang offended party. Tapos, sa-subscribe ng offended party na ipapaano sa isang public official. Ibig sabihin, notarized. The information, kapag nag-come up na naman ng may probable cause, sa magpa-file ng information, ang prosecutor dadalhin sa korte. So, thank you very much.